Welcome to Be Me. This video clip is going to describe the energy modes of Be Me, from best friend mode energy to tiger mode energy. And we're going to talk about how to use these energy modes to develop a relationship with our horses. So we are going to begin with best friend mode energy. That is the place that I like to start with any relationship building process with a horse. And this footage is actually from the first day that I ever used a ribbon to visually show energy for myself and for line dance here. Best friend mode energy is rhythmical, it's circular, it's repetitive. As you can see, the ribbon is going in soft, large, quiet circles. And the horse can trust this kind of movement, this kind of energy. They can trust the way that it feels to them, and it makes them feel safe. So here you see Dance and I a little further on in the relationship building process, and you're going to see as I use this best friend mode again with him how he just melts into it. He's so confident in it. Horses crave best friend mode. It is the ultimate cookie that you could ever give a horse to be able to give them this best friend mode security. They recognize it as a place of peace, and they seek it out with each other in the pasture. When a horse drops their head to graze and they're physically chewing, the bottom jaw moves in a circular motion around the top. They are physically using their body to mirror what their energy is doing internally in best friend mode. It's circular, it's repetitious, they can trust it. When a horse stands head to tail and they're grooming each other on the withers and they're swishing their tails in a rhythmical way on each other, they are also physically mirroring best friend mode the same way that their energy is experiencing it. So the horse naturally seeks it out. If you were to turn your horse loose in a strange place, they'd probably run around kind of crazy for a while, but pretty soon they drop their head and eat grass. So they're going to seek out that place of best friend mode energy. And the more that we can offer it to them, the more they're going to see us as a place of security. It's really important to note that the ribbon is simply a vessel. This is not about the ribbon or any stick or any type of tool. You could use a dressage whip, a carrot stick, a flag, whatever. You could use nothing. You are a vessel for the energy that you put within yourself. And your tool that you're using to communicate with your horse is simply a vessel as well. The energy ribbon is a vessel for my energy. So here we're going to show how we can use tiger mode energy. You're going to see me align my eyes and the energy ribbon directly to his stifle. I prefer to say stifle because that's exactly where I'm looking. And if I think about looking at his hip, it's too broad of an area. Tiger mode energy is very specific. It is the size of a pencil point of a spot that you're looking at. So when my eyes are focused in on that stifle, it is a very specific spot. And as soon as I see him shift away from where my tiger mode pointed him, I'm going to release that. And now I've stepped on the other side, I'm going to ask again. So you can see on this side a little more clear. My eyes are aligned at his stifle. You can see the energy ribbon waving tiger mode energy towards that stifle. Tiger mode energy doesn't have to be aggressive. It's aligned. It doesn't mean it's aggressive. It means it's aligned and focused. Now, tiger mode energy is the opposite of best friend mode energy in the sense that it is very pointed in one direction. It is very focused, it is very aligned, it's very fixated on the spot that it's pointing at. I've shown this little clip here again to show you how I'm directing my eyes and the energy ribbon at his stifle. And that is how I am pushing tiger mode energy in a very aligned, clear, focused direction to his stifle to ask him to move that part of his body over and to draw into my best friend mode presence. So now that we have an understanding of best friend mode and tiger mode energy, I want to talk about how we're going to use these energies to help our horse's thoughts align with our own. I have 3 basic things that I want to be able to do with my horse in regards to aligning thought. The first one is I want to be able to ask the horse's thoughts to move. I want to be able to ask the horse to think forward, to engage in forward thought. And the way that I do that is I align tiger mode energy to the horse's stifle with my eyes and with the energy ribbon. And then I draw away from the horse, which is causing best friend mode in my presence. And so I'm pushing the horse from behind with tiger mode, and I'm drawing them into my presence with best friend mode. And in that, I'm asking the horse to move their thoughts forward. Now, after I can ask the horse's thoughts to move, the second thing I want to be able to do is I want to be able to tell those thoughts where to go. It doesn't do me much good to be able to move the horse's thoughts if I can't direct the thoughts where I want them to go. And the way that I'm going to teach this on the most elementary level is through shoulder control. It's through tiger mode energy at the shoulder, which, as you can see, doesn't mean that I'm doing anything aggressive. It just means that my focus is aligned. My eyes are looking right there at a very fixated point on his shoulder, and I'm using the energy ribbon to back up that tiger mode energy thought. And as soon as he shifts his body away very slightly, I'm going to release that tiger mode energy by taking my eyes off and dropping the energy ribbon down. Now, the third thing I want to be able to do is I want to be able to catch the horse's thought. And the way that I catch thought is what you saw right there. I direct tiger mode energy to the very center of the horse's chest, and I ask them to shift their energy in reverse. And this is how I can actually catch those thoughts and be able to tell the horse where I want the thoughts to stop. And here I am in best friend mode energy again giving him his cookie for doing what I had requested. I've initiated thought here by directing my eyes at his stifle and the energy ribbon, and you can see how he's just drawing into me. I'm not having to pull on his face because I'm pushing him from behind. My tiger mode energy is pushing him from behind. My eyes are still on his stifle as I draw him around to me. Right there, you could see how he had started to look away at something. He'd gotten distracted, and I just continued to add a little bit of tiger mode energy towards that stifle, and he aligned his thoughts back on mine. The horse has to see me. He has to be aligned with me if he is going to be able to take comfort in my presence. And the way he's going to align with me is through this clear communication through energy. In the beginning stages, all I'm looking for is for that horse's thoughts to move in the direction that I asked. You know, when I first asked to catch that thought with the backup like you're seeing right here, I am not looking for the horse to back up 20 steps. Actually, if I see that little chest muscle tighten slightly, their little boob muscle kind of snugs up, and you'll see it tighten, that's enough. And I'm going to reward that by releasing my tiger mode energy off of that spot. I'm looking to reward when the horse thinks in the direction that I want them to think. If I wait until the feet have moved a few steps, I've missed the thought. And you've got to reward the thought. You can't wait and reward the body, because then the horse doesn't understand that it was the thought that you actually wanted. By the time you reward the feet, he may be thinking about stopping. So you might have rewarded something that you didn't intend to reward. So I think that concept is really, really important. Recognizing that you are rewarding thought, not waiting to reward feet. And you can certainly see through the horse's physical body, through the energy shift in their body, where their thoughts are going. But don't feel like you've got to wait for the horse to physically take a step to release so that the horse knows that they were on the right track. And that release is nothing more than just taking your eyes and the energy ribbon away from the place that you were adding tiger mode energy to. That is the reward. And then filling your space with best friend mode energy. Now, I've included a little bit of riding footage. I have some people ask me about groundwork, and they say, well, is this all going to be about groundwork? Is it all going to be on the ground? And I don't really even see groundwork as work. I don't look at it as work at all. It's not about lunging the horse or putting the horse to work per se. It's about communicating with the horse in a way the horse understands. And there's nothing the horse understands about us being on their back in the beginning. But there's so much they understand through our energy from the ground. So I prefer to build a relationship with my horses in a way that is the most natural for them, which is when we're all standing on our own feet. Now, this very much transfers to riding. This alignment of thought very much transfers to everything that I do on their back. And this video footage is Flying Colors and I at about 4 months from the wild. And the way that I built the relationship with her is the same way that you've seen with dance, through that alignment of thought. And it very much transfers to when I ride. And we're able to ride in this way because when I think in tiger mode energy, when I think from point A to point B, and I ride her from point A to point B with my thoughts and with my body and with my energy, then she is going to match her be me, her body, mind, and energy to my own. And that's what you're seeing her do right here as we're cantering around with the bird kite and the open field tackless. So I just want you to see that this is not just groundwork. This is relationship building. I think another thing that's really interesting to point out is how the ribbon is nothing but a vessel for the energy that we put in it. So this bird kite with the ribbons flying behind it, Colors does not see it as tiger mode energy chasing her because she is confident in the energy that I am filling up our space with, which is best friend mode. So that is the reason she doesn't see the bird kite as fearful, because it is filled with best friend mode energy. And she sees the best friend mode energy because she and I are aligned in thought. And that alignment comes from tiger mode energy directed in a certain way. The reward truly is in the relationship with these special horses. I so do believe and feel that. And I feel that the stronger our relationship becomes, the more competitive that we are as partners, as a team, and the more that we both gain out of life. I feel like my relationship with horses helps me develop a relationship with my inner self. If you want to learn more about Be Me, you can check out our website, marymillerjordan.com. I travel and do clinics, Be Me clinics, and we also have a series of online videos that we're developing right now. And I would love to speak to you and help you in any way that I can. The reward truly is in the relationship.